Yo, yo, welcome to the show.
Yo YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video, Zero to Hero Investing. This one is gonna be on my Roth IRA. It's been a long time, honestly, since I've made an update on this portfolio. If you're new here, we track two portfolios. One's my Roth, the other is just my taxable investing account. Both are inside Robinhood, and if you want to start using Robinhood, I usually have a link in the description that you can use to sign up and get between $5 and $200 worth of free stock. So, without further ado, let's just jump into this portfolio update. Just gonna go over my buying power. Well, my buying power, obviously the performance, the one stupid option I have, and then the stocks and really the ETFs I have. So let's. Oh, and also where I am in terms of my contribution for the year. So, we've crossed the $20,000 mark. That's a nice milestone to have crossed. On the last trading day, which was Friday, what was that? Friday the 16th, we were up 0.73%, about $148. But the markets really did give up a lot, give up all of its gains, and like plummeted after hours, I think. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I think it was similar in my taxable in my taxable account. But anyways, it is what it is. We just keep with our strategy. Up on the day, well, really down on the day after hours. On the week, we are for sure up. It's been such a strong week in the market, up 4.2%. On the month, we're up 12.3%. Wow, 3 months still down on that chart, 1.7%. Year to date, we're up 3.5%. 1 year up 15%. And I'm gonna stop there. Buying power sitting at $60.60, and our contributions. I do just drop $100 in this every Monday. Not gonna lie, or at least it's automated, so I don't even do that. I just every morning, every Monday morning, I just see it in my account, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can buy stuff. I just kind of stagger my buys based on how I think the market is doing for that day or at that time when I look at it. I'll just pick up something that I see is worth picking up based on, I guess, a couple of factors. I say that to say I've contributed 28.50 so far, and with the Robinhood Roth IRA, you do get a 1% match. I think if you have gold, it's a 3% match, and it makes sense to do it. I just don't do it. Um, so I did front load this with I forget if it's $1,000 or $500, and then every week since that, I've been just doing $100 automatically. I obviously plan. Well, it's not obvious, but I do plan on maxing this year as well. I've maxed it the last 2 years. I've had my account here, 23 and 24. Honestly, not planning on changing that strategy for 2025. I don't know. I mean, things can happen, but I don't see why I would do that. 4150 until it's maxed. The limit is 7,000 for this year. And yeah, that's it. I really don't ever contribute. Actually, I did contribute, I think, when the market tanked a bit. I think I threw $50 in there. I wish I did more, because look at that. Pretty much made back all our gains. So options we have for just an option I bought probably at about a year ago. Maybe not that long, probably like 9 months ago, thinking like Ford would be doing very well. I guess much better than it's doing now. And honestly, by the time it expires, this one expires, it at the rate at which Ford is going, it might be trading at around $11 again. So, um, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a profitable trade. Obviously, at this point, not really. Expires in around a month though, so I don't mind just holding on to it. How much equity do I even have? $27. Damn, I could actually spend that or cash in or cash out really and buy maybe 2.5 shares of Ford. I don't know. But anyways, that's the only option I have right now. Stock wise, we got a couple ETFs here. The top holding in the portfolio, equity wise, I believe, is QQQM, which is just I call it like a mini Nasdaq or mini QQQ. It's kind of just like a cheaper version of of Invesco QQQ, the more popular, if not the most popular, Nasdaq 100 ETF ticker. Next we have SPLG, which is like how QQQM is the QQQ. SPLG is that to SPY, I would say. So it tracks the S&P 500. Cheaper though, and it makes more sense for my Roth IRA. So yeah, QQQM almost 23 shares of that, and then SPLG almost 68 shares of that. SCHD right now we are at 153 shares of that. SPMO, which is like a momentum ETF from within the the holdings within SPY. It's like the fast movers, let's say, that make up that ETF SPMO. Next we have Vici, which is a REIT that pays every 3 months instead of monthly. Rocket Lab, one of my just speculative plays. And then finally we have Ford. Ford, we only have 54 shares of that because we had got assigned on an option, and honestly, the timing just worked out very well in my Roth IRA, and now we're just building our way back up with Ford. I think I am above my average cost right now, so just slowing down on my buys with that. Of course, I do want to make it to 100 shares again, but I'm fine with 54 at the moment. Rocket Lab, I come in, I treat everything in the same way. Honestly, in my Roth IRA, whenever I come in, if I see something could use a boost, a bump, it's down for the day, let's say, I just pick up a small amount and keep it moving. Really that simple. I remember I used to like split my contributions like $100, 20 to this, 20 to that, 20 to that, but I don't really do that anymore. So that's I guess my main portfolio. But we can come over here and look at like an overview of everything. I always like the pie chart view. Got 20,162 invested in my Roth. 0.3% of that is just in cash, $60.60. And these are the 7 holdings I have equity wise. That's explicitly what they are. And that is them sorted by equity. Everything's above 1,000 except for Ford. Rocket Lab is still in the $1,000 range. Everything else 2,000s, 4,000s. That's fine. Looking at how things are split up graphically, visually, QQQM is almost a quarter of the portfolio. SPLG is, kind of the same, a little bit under a quarter of the portfolio. SCHD, I'd say, is around maybe a fifth. I wish they showed the percentage in this table. That would be nice. Then we have the fourth largest is SPMO, fourth largest, fourth smallest. Vici, Rocket Lab, and then Ford. So, not super exciting in the Roth, honestly. It's a pretty boring portfolio, but it has been performing very well. So maybe that's the key, maybe. I think that's it for this view. So now we can come and look at the dividends. I haven't been tracking these, I don't think, like in an Excel to know like monthly totals and stuff like that. But I do want to do that, just like how I do with my taxable portfolio with dividends. But anyway, just a glance of what is going on here. Actually, why am I in that? I should be in dividends. There we go. So we're expecting this payment from Ford, $7.95, here under $8. Vici has paid us $30. LG $14. Charles Schwab SCHD $37. Then we have QQQM $7. The SPMO $381. Ford $450, and it's not a whole lot of players/payers in this portfolio, so it's nothing crazy, but crazy to see how much I get in dividends from SCHD. I think I have roughly the same amount in my taxable of shares of SCHD, so damn, every 3 months getting $70 from SCHD is honestly nice, will not lie. That's pretty much it for my Roth IRA, though. That's an update I think I've been wanting to give for a few months now. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.